It's time for our live. Let me put a little lip gloss on. Ooh, there's not a lot of color in this one. Oh, I kind of like it. So hello, hello, hello. Wherever you are, I hope you are having a great day. It is really cold here, especially because I got used to having 80 degrees every day, and now it's cold. I know y'all feel bad for me, especially those of you who live in cold places, and then some of you live in warm places and you're fine, so don't worry. But it was so wonderful to get away for a few days with my husband. We had a really nice time with our family. You can see I didn't get too tan, which was kind of a bummer. That was sort of what I was hoping to get a little bit more tan while I was gone, but I got a little. There's a tan line on here somewhere. I wore two different swimsuits, so I don't have a lot of tan lines because they kind of kept canceling each other out when I alternated, but I got a little color, so that's lovely. But I had a big floppy hat on, so I didn't get burnt, because usually what I do is on the first day I like go crazy, get a ton of sun, and then I'm miserable the rest of the time. I did not do that. I was careful and stayed out of the sun a little bit more than I stayed in the sun, so that was, I think, the key to my success. So I've got some, sorry, I'm just getting my little self organized here. I've got some really nice projects for us to work on today. Yay! And I hope that you are excited to stamp with me. My husband and I were saying at lunch today that it was really hard coming back to work. We didn't really want to. I know you can relate to that. And that's the kind of the worst part about going on vacation, is the coming back part, because it's so nice to leave, but then coming back is like, oh, it's like, why didn't my work just do itself for me while I was gone? It never happens. But I'm pretty excited because I did catch up with my email. I think I got every email from when I was gone answered this morning. So I was proud of myself for that. And I have, yeah, I've got just a few more things. And the month is almost over, which I cannot even believe. So, if you didn't know, I was in Mexico last week. My two different aunts have condos down there in Manzanillo, which is like on the Atlantic coast. And we had all of us were together for the first time in probably between 25 and 30 years, like all my cousins, my aunts, uncles, all of us together for a very, very, very long time. It was really pretty cool. So it was my one aunt's 80th birthday, and we stayed in a condo which just had a ridiculous view. It was amazing, so nice. And I just can't even believe. I think my aunt bought her condo like 20 some years ago for like just dirt cheap, like less than 50 grand for a condo overlooking the ocean, Sunset side. And then my other aunt and uncle bought a condo as well, in the same, it's like in a big complex. So it was just really, really nice. And so this is kind of funny. Andy and I went, when we graduated from college, his parents gave us a trip somewhere, wherever we wanted to go. So I guess a little stupidly, but we were just graduating from college. You would have thought we'd be smarter. But we thought, oh, how about Cancun? That sounds fun. And I say stupidly because Cancun is like not really Mexico. It's like southern US, really. I mean, really. It's so commercialized and everything. So we went and Andy got sick, like really sick, like really sick. And so we have not been back to Mexico since that happened because it left, let's just say, a bad taste in his mouth. But my sister has been going to visit my aunts all these 23 years. And so we finally went together. And we had a great time. No one got sick, so that was really good. And it was really a great trip. And I was just, it was a really good time to get away, by the way. I really thought we were going to have to cancel the trip, and luckily that did not happen. So, anyway, we have one more test for my husband tomorrow, and I'm hoping that will lead us to a diagnosis. So it was really, really nice to get away. But anyway, we had a great time. And Becky, I think, asked if we liked it. Yes. It was really nice. We also went to Bar Navidad, or Bar Navidad, I don't know how you say it, which was pretty nearby, and that was really cool too. So yeah, that was really fun. Did Carl miss us? Oh, Sherry, such a loaded question. I would say the answer to that was yes, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it was a good trip. We also stayed the first night we stayed in Mexico City, which was an interesting experience. One I don't necessarily need to repeat anytime soon. It's a really big city and it smells really bad. There's a lot of smog. So that was interesting. Anyway, okay, so for today, let's see. I've got some stuff to share with you. I can't even believe tomorrow's the last day of January. That's crazy. So let's see. Let me grab my papers. We've got just 1 month left of celebration, and that's crazy. I'm also giving you just a couple more days, today and tomorrow, to get your entry posted in my Funfold card challenge in my Stamping with the Creativity Cave Facebook group, which there's a link to it in the description of this video. And then I've got some stuff going on, so I'm gonna flip my camera. So one sec. Okay, so celebration. We have just 1 month left. 1 month, and then no more celebration for the whole rest of the year. Remember, we're back to one celebration per year, and it is 2 months long. So we're halfway through. So if you haven't already taken advantage of the amazingness that is celebration, oh my gosh, please make sure you do. Don't forget, the best deal in the Stampin' Up! Offering is the join opportunity. And this year we have kind of a new process. Or I'm sorry, not a process. I shouldn't say that. A new promotion. That's, I guess, the P word I was looking for. So you can join with 3 different kits. There's basically the regular option 3 kit, which is $175 in products for just $99. There is the option 2, which gives you a mini machine in white, or an option 1, which gives you the mini machine in boho blue. Of course, I keep my boho blue machine just handy right next to me. Anyway, it's really nice to have those kits. The ones with the mini machine are $129. The ones without the mini machine are $99, or the one. So it's any way you slice it, this is by far the best deal we offer. Now, there's so many perks when you join with Stampin' Up, but it's important to choose an upline who is the right fit for you. I offer my team a lot of perks, a lot of training, a lot of incentives, and a lot of fun. We have a very, very active Facebook group. We are spread all over the entire country. We have monthly meetings, weekly trainings, and then special trainings that happen periodically. I'm actually about to start one. And the one I'm about to start is called Grow, and it's all about growing your business no matter where you're at and what you want to do. Of course, all of that's optional. I never bug you if you don't want to grow a business. If you just want to enjoy your happy shopping discount, you can certainly do that. It's just a really great opportunity. And there's all kinds of other things that happen in association with being a part of my team. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out. Don't hesitate to ask. There are no stupid questions. And the best part about Stampin' Up! Is there's no obligation. So if you join and decide it's not for you, you can just enjoy the time that you're part of us. If you don't place any orders, Stampin' Up! Will part ways, and it's no big deal. But if you want to continue to enjoy all of the perks of being a demonstrator, both with Stampin' Up! And of course as a part of my team, oh, there's just so much fun to have. So anyway, you can get a great deal on your products, and then whatever else you may want to or not do, it's great. So, oh, and thank you all to all of my friends who are sharing here that they love being a part of my team. I appreciate that so much. I love having you guys a part of my team too. All right, so our mini catalog is also in full swing. This one is also a little bit different because it only goes till April this year, not till June like we've done in the past. But it is a fabulous catalog, all kinds of wonderful things in here. And of course, we're going to be looking at some of the goodies in there today. Now, I've got a couple of classes going out tomorrow. First is the Share a Milkshake Creativity to Go kit. Oh my gosh, you guys, these cards are so cute and happy. Oh, I love them. This is a really great bundle, whether you would like Valentine cards or just happy, sweet, get it, sweet cards. They're just so adorable. They're for any occasion, and they're just super fun. So I can't wait to share with you my projects for this class. We also have a ridiculously cute Adorable Owls online class that my friends Barb and Kelly and I put together, and it is oh so much fun. Oh my gosh, the cards are so cute. So this is a really great class. All of this information, by the way, is in the description of this video. Now, both of those classes will be found on our Stamp Happy Academy website, which is our subscription website where we post 4 online classes every single month. You can also do our live version of Stamp Happy Academy, which is like a very in-depth live. We have 3 lives per month, and they feature tons of projects. We feature techniques, we feature color combinations, we feature card layouts. All of those things are geared to help you design your projects faster so you can enjoy your stamping time. That is very valuable time. And we have been going strong for about 2 years, a little more than 2 years, and it is a really great website. It is, somebody described it once as the best gift you can give yourself, which I thought was pretty sweet. I didn't even make that up, so I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, it is such a really great website, and we love having you be a part of it. This is also something you can get for free as a part of my teams, which is kind of a nice perk. And yeah, so we would love to have you on there. I also have a gift with purchase this month, and that is the Fancy Flora All-Star Video Class Bundle. It is 12 video projects that are created by demonstrators all around the world, and this month we are featuring the Fancy Flora bundle. or suite, I should say. And that's actually 2 bundles. Anyway, the cards are just gorgeous, and all of the projects have both English units and metric units, depending on the size, paper, and where you live in the world. Anyway, you can get yours for $15, or you can subscribe until tomorrow. And when you subscribe, it's a 6-month subscription, so it's a short period of time, and it's $15 a month, and basically it's buy 5, and then the 6th month is free, which is kind of an awesome deal. So it's a great thing. You can also get this PDF for free when you purchase $50 or more in my online store. And you can get that during the month of January. We have a new tutorial coming out in just a few days. So yay. All right. And last but not least, I swear there's another paper here. Oh, my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered subscription box is going to be watercolor pencil techniques. We're going to use some watercolor pencils today on a card. But I have some kind of cool techniques that I have created with the watercolor pencils that Stampin' Up! Carries. We have 2 sets of them, and they just have kind of some different colors in each set. People often ask me which set I like best, and that's really hard to say. I would say I like the colors in the smaller set, but I like the versatility in the other set better, and I use both of them, so you really need both. I mean, let's just be honest here. But anyway, these are really fun, I think a little bit overlooked goodies in our catalog. And of course, it's got watercolor in the title, which makes me happy. So yeah, so these are coming. Anyway, this is a subscription box that you need to register by January 31st in order to get it. Again, links in the description of this video. If you are already a subscriber, you're good to go. The boxes always ship the 15th-ish of the month following. So register by the 31st, and then it'll ship around the 15th of February, if that makes sense. So it's that gives us time to order enough for everybody and get our packets packaged, our boxes packaged, and our shipments shipped. I like that. So anyway, this is for sure my most popular class, and I really go kind of overboard on it. So it's a really good box to get. And oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. You learn so much, and sometimes I take you out of your comfort zone. Oh, that makes me happy. I love hearing that. So thank you all so much. It's wonderful to have you be a part of this. Okay, so if you have questions about any of this stuff, drop me a line. I'm happy to answer questions and so forth. Oh, I love these. Okay, so next up, we have a couple projects. Our first project is actually one that I don't have designed, but I have an idea in my head. So let's see if we can make it come together. How does that sound? I wanted to use the Kind and Sincere stamp set. This is, look at this. This is a brand new set I haven't pulled it out yet, but it's one of my favorite types of stamps. And the reason I say that is because it has a big fun word in a cool font, like a scripty font, which I love. Of course, I love that. And then it has all the coordinating words that you can mix and match with. So I think it's a really fun stamp set. On top of that, I had a couple pieces of this beautiful paper. This is the Dainty Designs Celebration Designer Series paper that you can get for free with a $50 purchase. I had cut these, like fussy cut them. Right before I went on vacation, and I haven't used them yet for anything, and so I thought they were kind of cool. So that's this Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. It's gorgeous. Okay, I mean, let's be honest, you guys. It's got all of the best things in the whole world. It's got watercolored flowers. Oh, like you don't even need, you had me at watercolor flowers, let's just be honest. It's my favorite. But then there's also watercolor designs on the paper. So it's like, hello, it's really good stuff. I do have to admit that it is some of my favorite paper. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of fun to combine these two things together on a card with this stamp set. So that's what I thought we should do. All right. Now, in addition to that, I don't know if you guys are like this. I gotta pull this out and show you. This is my folder of scraps of paper, of vellum, I should say. So I have all of these vellum scraps, and you might notice a lot of them tend to be about this size. So I thought, I'll take a couple here just in case we have a mess, a flub up. I don't know. I got to be careful how I say that so I don't say anything inappropriate. Anyway, I have a lot of these sized pieces of vellum. So I thought this might be a good way to use some of my scraps. So I don't know if any of you can relate to this. Okay, that's not true. I know you all can relate to having a lot of scraps of things. In this case, I'm looking at vellum, but I know you have scraps. So this is a card kind of designed to help you use up some scraps. Okay, so let's start. I've got this piece right here of paper. So let's see if we can incorporate this in our card. Again, it's kind of like I've got this, so let's see if we can use it. And I know I've got this, my cutter here. So this is about 4 3/4. So I'm going to do 3 1/2, actually just a skosh under. And that is going to be my piece of DSP for this card. And I think I'm going to layer this. Ooh, we could vote. Do you guys like when we vote on cards? Voting is fun. Okay, so here are the choices. Our card base, and remember, we're using these colors. Our card base can be thick white. It could be crumb cake. My jazz hands tell me that I like crumb cake. Or it could be rich raspberry. Which color would you like? Raspberry, crumb cake, or thick white? And then you vote, and then we'll decide together which should be our card base. And then, of course, we're going to be using this piece as well as some vellum that we're going to emboss on, heat emboss. Okay, so, oh, you guys seem to like the raspberry. I mean, I don't want to tell you you're wrong, but I think you are. Okay. Crumb cake, raspberry. Okay, y'all seem to like the raspberry. Message received. I don't want to tell you you're wrong, even though you are, but we can use the raspberry. I think crumb cake would look better, but that's fine. We're going to use crumb cake later anyway, so we'll still use it. I just like crumb cake because it's really neutral, but we'll do raspberry. I will abide by what you all say. Okay, so I'm going to take and stamp my sentiment and then heat emboss it in white because, I mean, that's awesome. And I think I'm going to go with thanks. I really like the congratulations, but it's kind of big. So we're going to go with thanks. And look at this. Oh, it's a virgin stamp set. Okay. So we'll put this on here like so. All right. What I'm going to do is take and stamp this. Let me grab my embossing thingy. Ooh, where's my embossing thingy? Oh my. 1 second. It's under my DSP. It's like, I swear I had it. I did. Okay, so we're going to use our embossing buddy and take and stamp this. You can stamp in either Versamark or white, whatever you prefer. I don't know, I just kind of like Versamark myself, but it doesn't really matter that much. So I'm just going to stamp thanks on here like so. Now you could add the other word, but I'm actually going to show you what I'm going to do for that. Like, we're not embossing the other word is what I'm trying to say. But you could if you wanted. Okay. So I've got my powder on here. Oops, I'm missing the end of the T. Got my powder on the whole thing now. And then we'll heat emboss. I like white on vellum, but you can certainly do whatever you'd like. I also think white is going to look nice on this card because there's white as a part of the paper. I also like embossing on vellum because it embosses really fast. It's kind of a thin plasticky paper, and it is really good. There we go. So there's our thanks. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take and kind of wrap this around the printed paper. So I'm going to just trim a little because there's kind of a lot on there. And this is how we're going to adhere it so that you don't see the paper. Okay. So I'm just going to fold this around up right up to that edge. And this will hold it on, but we'll also tack it down with a little adhesive. So we'll put that on like that and that on like that. We'll make sure it's straight. Looks good. There we go. So that is how you adhere a piece of vellum without adhesive on the front, by the way. So we've got our card base in Rich Razzleberry, as per the voting. And then we're going to take and give that a good crease. We'll put that on here. And you could do a layer of cardstock. I know somebody said put a layer of crumb cake. I'm not sure I would like that. I think I'm just going to stick with this. And I think I am going to pop it up though, because you know I'm a stickler for the popping up of layers. I love it. Okay. There we go. We've got that on like so. And then, like I said, I fussy cut this out of some of the Dainty Flowers DSP. Now we've got all this business down here. We're just going to like cut that right off because this is a little bigger than we need it to be for our card. So I'm just going to put that on like so. And that looks really pretty. Also going to pop this up because why wouldn't you? Let's be honest. I'll put a couple of regular size dimensionals, and then I think I need to pop in a few minis to just catch that smaller area up here. Like that, where the flower's a little skinnier. Okay, and isn't that just gorgeous? Okay, I really like this so far. Now, the next thing I mentioned were we've got all these words that that kind of mix and match. So thanks for everything so very much. Thanks are in order. Ooh, I kind of like that. Warm thanks. You could put warm right there. Thanks again. Thanks, friend. Thanks to you. Sincere thanks. Ooh, heartfelt thanks. Ooh, heartfelt thanks. Gosh, that's good too. I think I'm going to do heartfelt because that's just nice, right? So the Heartfelt, we're going to stamp separately onto a little piece of white, like a little skinny strip of white. And we'll do that in Rich Razzleberry. Since y'all picked Rich Razzleberry, we'll do it in Rich Razzleberry. Now I'm going to do that on a little skinny strip, which, ooh, here's the leftovers. This is a piece we're going to have a circle on a card here in a minute. But this is kind of a leftover piece. And I'm just cutting this to about 1/4 of an inch. I cut 2, you know, because in case I mess up. I always like having a backup. We're on the TV, so we gotta plan for issues. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp this. I'm gonna stick my butt way out. That way I know I'm gonna get it right. Heartfelt. Focus on my heartfelt. There we go. So anyway, I think this is just so fun. All right, now I'm going to get this. Okay, someone's saying the bundle. I'm not actually using the bundle. I'm using the Kind and Sincere stamp set and then the Dainty Designs or Dainty Flowers Designer Series paper. Yes, the bundle is not currently available. It won't be available again till March. But it will return in March, which is good news. Okay, so now I trimmed that down. Look at that. I cut 2, and that's how I got it on the first try. Just so y'all know. Okay. Now my Heartfelt didn't fit the way I thought it was going to. I thought it would fit right in between there, and it does. Ooh, we could put it under here. Oh, look at that. That's an idea. Hold on. Okay, so let's see how this works. I'm putting some adhesive right on here because if you're doing it on white, it works pretty well. I just trimmed a teensy bit more off of there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my secret skills with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to position this right in here. Oh, look at how fun that is. Oh, what? That was actually not my original plan, but I love how it turned out. So I put adhesive directly on that piece of white. I stuck it to the underside, so basically behind the thanks, so the H and the K are kind of overlapping the word. And look at how awesome that looks. Oh, I'm proud of myself. Okay, so Heartfelt thanks. And then we're going to grab a layer for the inside of our card. And then I've got this piece, which we can just add, like over here. We can just stick this down, and I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue for that. Now, for that, I'm just going to put a little bit on there, like so, and adhere it kind of at the bottom. Put just a little dab under there. Okay, so there we have it. So this is going to go on the inside of our card, and you could add more to this if you want, like sentiments or whatever. You could also add, let's see, I don't quite have a long enough piece, but hold on. We'll slice and dice a little more. I'm sorry I'm using my old trimmer here. I have my other trimmer is out in my shipping department because I was cutting something out there. So I cut about a 3/4 inch strip of the coordinating pattern. And then actually, let me cut it to 5 1/4. We're going to throw it on the inside of our card. And my paper is determined to slide off, but I'm not having it. Okay, so we could put, ooh, yeah, I like that. Put that on there like so. Oh, so pretty. Just love this. So that is our first card that I did not have planned, but turned out kind of awesome. There we go. Oh, so cute. And I guess you guys, it's okay. I like the rich raspberry. You chose okay. The reason I wanted crumb cake is because I thought it would really make this pop, but this totally does work. So there you go. All right, so there is our first card. All right, guys, let's see what we have for our second card. What do we have? Okay, our next card. Oh, this is a Valentine's card because Valentine's Day is coming up, fast approaching, and it is such a good time of the year to send cards to people, I think, who maybe you wouldn't necessarily send a Valentine's Day card to, if you know what I mean. So, like, obviously, maybe your significant other is your Valentine, but you also have other Valentines, such as you could have a neighbor who's a Valentine, or a grandchild who's a Valentine, or a friend, or a coworker, or, you know, whomever. So this is kind of a cute little Valentine that would work for anybody. It's featuring the Friendly Gnomes stamp set, which is just so dang cute. And we are going to make a cute little card. I also have, let's see here. I've got all my paper. I also have well, let's just start. I've got a petal pink card base, and I chose this color because it coordinates with the Country Gingham, I think is the name of this paper, the Country Gingham DSP, which is in the mini catalog. And remember I said there's crumb cake. Here we go. I embossed this with the Timber 3D embossing folder. So this is a piece of crumb cake, 4 by 5 1/4. Then I also cut a 2 by 4 inch piece of that designer series paper in the petal pink pattern, and then it's 2 by 4 inches. And then this is die cut, same piece, just different pattern, or I should say the other side of it, I guess. This is die cut with a stylish shape die. You could also do just a regular circle, whichever you prefer. So we'll just attach that on there like that. And then I've got this right here. So it's a really simple card. Now I also die cut from those stylish shapes a little stitched banner, which is super cute. And we're going to use that for our sentiment here in just a second. We'll put this on in a moment, but first I want to stamp my cute little friendly gnome because, oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now I want to color this in my watercolor pencils. So I'm going to use some StazOn. And I'm using StazOn because when we blend, we want to make sure that it is going to not bleed with our watercolor pencils. Okay, so I'm going to take and put this on a pad of paper. This is grid paper, and the reason I like that is because my table is bumpy, like there's some texture to this, and I don't want the pencils to pick up that texture. So when I use my pencils, I want to make sure I've got the texture part kind of taken out of the equation. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a few different colors. I've got real red. I've got, let's see, my heart is in real red. Oh, basic gray. I'm going to kind of soften my color a little bit with some of the pink. And then, for my face, I'm going to switch to another color. And then I need green. Sorry. Okay. So first off, I'm going to start by coloring. And on here, I want to do a little basic gray on his shoes. Okay, now the thing with watercolor pencils is you can really control how light and dark things are by the pressure you use. So like I'm going a little darker on his feet, okay, and then a little lighter on, like a little darker on the sole of his shoes, I guess is what I meant to say, and then a little lighter on his feet. We're also blue, that was the other color I needed. Pacific Point. We're going to use for his pants, like he's got jeans on. Okay, now there's not a lot of jean action happening on him, but that's okay. And then his shirt is going to be green. So we'll put some green on here like that. So cute. And then his hands, we're going to make kind of a flesh color. Now to do that, and actually I'm going to pull a scrap of white so you can see it a little better. So to get some flesh color, I'm going to color on here. This is Calypso Coral. And then I also have Early Espresso. Now, depending on the level of flesh you need, you might add more of one of these colors or another. And then I'm also, oh, my pink is already out here. I'm going to put in a little Melon Mambo. Okay, so again, this is, you're going to kind of mix this up depending on what you want to use. I always start with my blender pen and make sure it's clean because sometimes you have different colors mixed up. And then you can see what color you want this to be. So I want a little bit more, still a little bit pinkier. Getting close. So I'm just trying to pick up kind of a combination of these colors to create, oops, too pink. That's like sunburnt. Maybe we need a little bit of yellow in here. There we go. That might be a little better. Too much yellow, but ooh, getting close. A little more yellow than I wanted. Okay, so now I'm pretty close to the flesh color that I wanted. Actually, that yellow was pretty good. It's Crushed Curry, I think, or no, this is Daffodil Delight, never mind. The other, there's two sets of pencils and I can never remember which one is in which set. It's still too yellow. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do his nose in my flesh color, and of course I rubbed a little more off than I wanted. And like I said, you can kind of switch these out depending on what skin tone you want. But note, I'm doing it on my scrap paper before I bring it onto here, so I can kind of get that color right, and that's pretty good. All right, then I'm going to start blending the colors I've done so far. So I'm going to do the pants, and everything just looks so much more vibrant and pretty when you blend them out. Then I'm going to clean, and then we'll do his green top, which will kind of soften everything, so I didn't add a ton of color there. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do blue for his hat. Okay, so kind of like the lines on here, I'm going to color darker areas where there's the lines on the on him. Okay, and then I'm going to blend. And the nice thing is you can always add color too if you need to. Okay, so I'm kind of going in a little bit of a circular motion as I blend this all out. Circular, circular, circular. Now in my Sunshine and Creativity Delivered box, we're going to talk about different ways to blend things, which will be kind of fun. And then you can see that's kind of light. I didn't want to go super dark because we've got this nice light blue. So kind of those lighter areas are going to coordinate with this circle that I die cut. So far looking good. Okay, now for the heart, I'm going to go with full on red. And this is sort of an orangey red. So that's why I have some of that melon mambo as well. So I can kind of tone down the oranginess of this. It's almost tomatoey red. I want it to be a little bit more like true red. So I'm going to add in some melon mambo to this. And that will help take out some of the oranginess of the red color. Okay, so once again, we'll blend. I'm going to make sure this is nice and clean. Again, I'm going to go in circles. And I can always add back some color if necessary. And that looks pretty good. It's still, yeah, that looks good. Okay, so there's my heart. Oh, so happy. Okay, let's clean this off. All right, now I'm going to die cut him out with my Gnomes dies, which I've got right here. And I think it's this one. Yes. These are the dies that coordinated with the gnome set that was in the holiday catalog. So, all right. This is regular card or white cardstock, so yeah. Okay, I'm just checking up on this. Comments. Oh my gosh. I hope to. My husband and I did CPR on her husband 3 weeks ago and he died. Oh, that's terrible. But bless your heart for making a card for her. I am sure she will love it. Oh, okay. I'm going to quick run this through my machine. But oh, that's so heartbreaking. I like it. Oh, wait, I think I got to do my boots. My boots. I didn't blend those yet. Okay, now we're good. All right, so I'm going to run this through, like I said, really quick. And I like to put a little Post-it note down to hold everything into place because I did all this coloring. If I mess up the die cutting, I'm going to be pretty ticked off, right? Like that would just not be good. All right, so I'll be right back. I just got to find my top plate. Okay. So cute. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of all this beeswax. And then I'm going to pop up this circle onto my card. I was going to do a white layer originally, but I decided against it just because I decided I wanted, here, hold on. And because I decided I wanted a little more color on here. Okay, but before we attach that, I just realized I wanted to stamp some little leaves on here. Okay, and then we'll add him. There we go. Okay, so let's finish putting that on here. So cute. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this up as well, because, I mean, hello. We die cut him, obviously. Like that. All right. Now, I'm also going to add some greenery, or some green to this. And then we'll blend it out real quick. Just want to make sure we're clean, we're good. I always think it's interesting the difference in color between blended and not blended. Like, I thought this looked kind of ugly before we blended out the color, but now it looks, you know, pretty good. Okay, so that's so sweet. And then, as mentioned before, I had a little, let's see if I can find it. I had a little banner that disappeared on me. Ruh-roh. Where did it go? Well, don't worry, I have another one. Oh, it's right here. And we're going to stamp our sentiment on here. Now, in this set, we have a bunch of different sentiments, but the one I chose was Love You. And I think is very sweet for this card. And there we go. I kind of hesitated on that for a little too long, but that's okay. I'm going to pop this up. And then I'm also going to, actually, before I do that, I don't like how this stamps, so I'm going to see if I can line it up a little better. Stamp it once again. Stays on dries real quick. And let's see. Pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's not terrible, so we're going to go with it. We're just going to pop that up underneath. Like so. Okay. So there we have it. Now I'm going to also add, you could add, I was thinking about a bow of red. Actually, no. I'm going to do some linen thread to this, and we'll do like a triple layer, so it's fancy. Okay, so I just have 3 lengths of linen thread. We're going to tie them all together as one bow, which is easier than it might sound. Like that. And it gives you a little bit more substantial bow. It's not quite as thin, you know, than if you were to do a single. And then I'm just going to kind of put it on like this. There we go. And we'll glue dot that. On like that. So cute. And then one more. We're going to take some of our Milky Dots and add these as a cute little touch. I was thinking about these pink ones, but I actually think these are a little more Blushing Bride or even Fresh Freesia than they are pink. So maybe we'll do we'll do these ones and put those on there like so. And we'll stick another one right there. Oh, that's cute. That just adds a nice little finishing touch. So there we go. How sweet is that? Love it. Okay, we've got one more card to make. And this one is, okay, you guys are going to laugh at me. I'm going to show you where I got the inspiration for this. I think it was on Pinterest, but it was for something completely separate. In fact, I think it was an ad for, I don't even know. Let me see if my picture will tell us. It's for the Bible study books. I took this picture today. This was my inspiration for the card we're about to make. And so I see in here, So Saffron, Mango Melody, maybe a sliver here and here of Calypso Coral, some Coastal Cabana, and then I chose, you could go with navy, I chose actually Starry Sky, and then maybe a little Blushing Bride. So we're going to take those colors and create a card. Okay. So you just never know where inspiration might strike. That was for an ad, and I love how it turned out. So I'm going to start with a thick white card base. And we're going to take a 4x5 1/4 inch white panel. We're going to cover this up with our layers of cardstock, but I've got all these colors. So again, I've got So Saffron, Mango Melody, Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, Starry Sky, and Blushing Bride. Now these are really fun colors, and we can do a lot of different things with this. So I think that it's just really fun to get colors that maybe you wouldn't normally get. And then I just think it's funny how I got this, the inspiration for this is like totally random, right? It was an ad. And like when you see ads for different things, I think it's interesting to see, just see where inspiration can come from. I also find Kleenex boxes to be rather inspiring. Okay, so now we could do a lot of different things for this, and you might find this interesting. I was playing around with the Around the Bend, and actually I had some requests for this stamp set to be used, and I think this might be kind of fun. We'll see how this works, though. When I don't like voicing my frustration with things because generally speaking, I don't have too many frustrations with Stampin' Up! Products. I tend to really like how they're designed, but this is one where I'm a little annoyed. Let me explain what I mean by that. I really love this curve. It's wonderful, but I wish all these holes weren't here. I wish I could just use the curve with the stitch line. Now, having said that, we've had other sets in the past that have this, and I haven't given it a fair shake. I die cut a couple pieces, and I just didn't like how it looked. So I don't know, but we do have, well, I guess we could use this piece, but this just wasn't quite right. I have really fun ideas for this piece, but just not for today. So anyway, long story short, I'm not actually going to use the dies on this. And so I'm still kind of struggling with my direction on this because I guess I haven't really... Sorry, that was the crashing of my paper cutter. My bad. Okay, so I haven't really decided how I wanted to do this. I'm afraid that if I stamp this, I'm never going to be able to cut the line right. I'm really talking this up, aren't I? So I think this is what I'm going to do. I think what I'm going to do is cut I'm going to cut some slices really quick here of each of these colors, and then we're going to add them to our card in a fun way. And then I will promise to come back with another card on this another time, not today, but another time, to show you kind of how I decided it should be. So today what we're going to do is rip edges. Okay, so we're just going to rip these edges and put them on here. So I'm going to start with, well, let me rip all of them and then we'll go from there. And I can't decide if I want the top edge to be like that. Like that. And we'll have them going, you know, and I can add a little bit of that curve in it that I liked. But I love the colors. I'll really curve this one. So pretty. And then you can kind of change the direction so they're not all on there the same way. And then this one. And we'll just rip a really teeny bit off so that it kind of covers the rest of the card. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so let's take and put all these on here. I'm going to kind of attach a fair amount of adhesive to this. And you could certainly use liquid glue if you wanted. And we'll have this go right up to the top like that. And then I kind of want to alter these so that they're a little bit at an angle. That's why I cut them a little longer. And they're not all straight. And we've got our kind of roundy hill versions. Kind of like that. And then this last one will go on here like so. Look at how fun this is. Okay. So now, of course, the reason we had this white piece was so we could use this and then we can cut them all uniformly before we put them onto our card. Okay, so there we go. Oh, so pretty. So again, just in case you missed the colors, let me run through them real quick again. We have So Saffron, Mango Melody. Who knew those two would look good next to each other? Calypso Coral, Coastal Cabana, the color that lets us know God loves us. Starry Sky, and Blushing Bride. Okay, so a really kind of interesting combination of colors. Now I die cut, remember I said I was going to use a white circle on that gnome card? Well, I die cut a white circle, or I'm using the one that I had cut for the other card, and we're going to use it on this card. And I've got one of the sentiments from our bundle, the Around the Bend. And then I die cut some flowers and leaves. And once again, I've got my, you're going to giggle, I've got crumb cake because I like crumb cake. I think it's a great color. And these last two dies, they didn't pop out, so let's pull them out. Okay, so there's a bunch of dies in here that are really, really cute. So I think it's kind of fun. All right, here's what I'm using. I think I'm going to do my big, well, actually, I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. And I think I will stamp that in Starry Sky. did you hear the hesitation in my voice? But I feel confident about it. Okay, so hello there. And we'll put that up kind of high on our circle so we've got room for the pretty flowers. So I'm going to start with this beautiful circle, or flower, pardon me, right here. And obviously we're popping this one up. Okay, so we've got that there. And then you can see I took some of the other flower, or the other colors in our paper, and die cut them out of several flowers. So we'll just add some of these. And then I've got the leaves as well. So I'm going to let me fit in a couple things, and then there we go. We've got one right there, and we'll do another one over here. And I cut several, so I'm sure I won't need all these, but I wanted to have options, because options are important, right? So I'm trying to sneak that under there. There we go. So it's kind of hidden. And then let's add in some of these flowers. And I'm kind of, you can see I'm sort of layering them in different locations. Actually, I'm going to pop this one up on here because it's the bigger of them all. We'll pop that up, not on top, but kind of on the same level. There we go. And I'll tuck this one underneath. Right here. And this one can go over here, and then I'm going to tuck in another little leafy. And I love that these leaves have some embossing in them. When you die cut them, they kind of emboss a little bit, which is just wonderful. And then this one, I'm going to actually fold that stem over a little bit and then add my glue dot like that, so I can tuck it in a little bit further. Like so. Oh, look at how pretty that is. Oh my gosh. All right, so all of these are from the Around the Bend bundle. Okay. Now we're going to pop this on to our card. And what a little magical masterpiece we have been creating here. Put a few dimensionals on here. So pretty. Okay. And then this all is going to go onto our card base, which, oops, is white. Let's see, I got another one. Thick white card base. Oh my gosh. I'm in love. Okay, and then I feel like Milky Dots are the way to go for this. Okay, so I'm going to take and put a little, let's use a normal thing. We'll put a little one right there, a big one right there, a blue one right there. Woo! I'm digging it. A light one right there, and even a light Okay, so I think that's enough. But look at how pretty that card is. Oh, I love how this turned out. So this is just a really fun card with just a kind of a unique set of colors. I hope you really liked this one. I'm expecting some fun things with this bundle. So this is my first project with it, but I think we're gonna have a good time with these little flowers too. Aren't they pretty? I love how little they are, and I love the embossing on that leaf section. Oh, and there's several more dies I haven't even used. So anyway, I like this bundle a lot. Okay, so there you go. Let me bring in my pictures. Oh, and one more quick thing. I know I say this a lot, but I always we have clear envelopes in the catalog. They're with the other envelopes. I always take the dies, the leftover die cuts that I don't use, and put them in here so that I can use them again. And then I store them in the case with the bundle so that when I'm ready to go again, they're right there. I've got all these die cut pieces that I can reuse, next time I stamp with them. So I think if you haven't been doing that, you should, because it's a really great tip, I think. So, okay, so we had this card. Around the bend, we had our friendliest gnomes. And then we had our kind and sincere card with the Dainty DSP, Dainty Flowers DSP from Celebration. So many pretty cards, kind of a nice little variety, a little different. So I hope you loved these cards today. Thank you so much for joining us. If you haven't already, make sure you participate in our January classes. They are headed out the door tomorrow. We've got the adorably adorable owls class. We've got the Share a Milkshake, which are just the cutest, happiest cards ever. And then, of course, if you would like to get signed up for the watercolor pencil technique Sunshine and Creativity Delivered box, you have until tomorrow to do that. All those links are in the description of this video. And if you could give me the thumbs up, that would be just so awesome. Less than half of you have done it so far. And the YouTube loves it when you like my videos. So thank you all so much for being here. I'll be right back here next week. I hope you have a fabulous week. Come see me again live next Monday and have a fabulous, fabulous evening. Stay warm, friends.